Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to play Final Girl. This game supports one player. It's for ages 14 and up, and the average play time is 20 to 60 minutes. Probably going to be over quickly considering how hard this game supposedly is. Now, it's worth mentioning that this is my first time playing, so I'll probably get a wrong or two. But as I always say, I am here to spread awareness, have some fun, show off some really cool games. And if you like what you see here, you end up getting the game for yourself, then I feel like I've accomplished something. So, Final Girl is a series, actually. You will have to buy the core box, but this is not the only thing you'll need to play this game. The core box comes with some components. However, the rest of it is actually a series of episodes. Like, for example, you've got this one, which is Station 2891. This is Creech Manor. You've got Dr. Fright and Evomorph. They pretty much feature popular, similar villains. This is The Thing, for example. It's The Thing, but not really The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. This is like a play on the movie Poltergeist. The other one was, I think, Freddy Krueger. And the other one is, well, Aliens. So, of course, because of copyright, it's aliens, but not really aliens. Each of the villains in these different boxes will behave like, what you would expect from those movies. The episode that we are playing today, that we are combining with the core box, is Camp Happy Trails. Now, I can show you the box, but it's not complete. This is the box, okay? And what's weird is that you're like, well, where's the cover? What happened? Did you break it apart? No. This is the cover, and this is the cover. Yes, they're actually magnetic. These boards, the front and the back of this box comes off. I wasn't expecting that, and pieces flew everywhere when I first got this. And they form the boards. This is the map for Camp Happy Trails, and this is our villain, Hans the Butcher. So our objective is to take out Hans the Butcher while trying to rescue these civilians. Like, we are the final girl. Like, we are like the kind of, I don't want to call her the hero because she's just as squishy. You know what I mean? She can die pretty quick. She's got 5 health. There's 4 health markers here, plus 1. Once you get down to your plus 1 health, you get an extra benefit. And once you lose that, you flip this over to see if you have any remaining life. This is a random token that you're dealt. Sometimes you get extra life when you die, and sometimes you don't. Same with the villain over here. The villain has 12 health, so 11 hearts, and then this one. And this little 4 mask up here is what your horror starts at. Now, for those of you that have played Hostage Negotiator, you'll be somewhat familiar with this track here. This essentially is like good and bad. The more the tracker is in the green, the more dice you can roll on checks. And when the marker is in the red, it's 1 less die that you can roll on your checks. So you want to try and keep this above the red if at all possible. So horror relates to that. And this 4 is related to this, where you start the game with 4 horror and you're trying to push it into the green. Different things will happen during the game that'll push it this way, but you can do things on your turn to help you push that marker in the other direction. But like I said, you're trying to move your final girl token around the board by rescuing these people. To do that, there are spaces on the board that are represented by these little green doors. If you bring someone there and the final girl is there, they will automatically flee the area, and you can add them to your final girl. These are double-sided. This is the special ability side that you unlock once you fill up all of these spaces here with rescued people. Each of the episodes, like Hans the Butcher, for example, or Camp Happy Trails, they came with 2 final girls. There's Lori and there was, I don't know what the other one was, but she had like an axe or something. Anyway, there were 2 final girls, and I think there's 2 final girls for each episode box. And you can mix and match if you want to, from my understanding. So, like I said, you move around the board trying to rescue people and get them out, because every time the butcher here, or the villain, kills these yellow people, he'll gain bloodlust over here, and that's nasty. He'll be able to get stronger attacks, be able to move farther, he'll be able to raise the horror level. If he gets high enough, he'll get a dark power. At the beginning of the game, he is dealt some random cards, and you're going to flip these over at different time. This dark power points to this bottom half. There are other cards in the box. You're going to deal one of these bottom ones at random and one of these top ones at random. And then when the time comes, you flip them over to the other side, and he gets stronger in various ways. Trying to think what else. I don't want to overload you guys with too much information, considering I'm not very well versed either. There are other setup cards in the box as well. You're going to draw one at random, and this tells you the distribution as to how to set everything up. This is Treasure Hunt. There are some items up here that you may or may not be able to see. This is the cabins, dock, and utility shed. If you happen to go to one of these locations, like here's the cabins, and I'm sure the other ones, there's the dock, and there's the utility shed. If you go there and use a search action, you can roll dice to check to see if you can get something. And if you do, sometimes you'll get some really cool stuff. Like, for example, you're going to deal the item cards into 3 piles and just deal them out, and then the top cards are revealed. The bear trap, for example, is something I could get if I successfully searched at the utility shed. So different items will be in different places. So I have to, if I find something I like, I'm going to want to head there and try and grab it. It's worth mentioning that in the box, there are 2 unique items. One is called Laurie's Bow, which belongs to this final girl. And then there's an axe, which belongs to the other final girl. You're only supposed to take them and include them in your game once you've defeated the boss or the game already once. You know me and house rules. I'm like, hey, if I can get some kind of advantage to help me understand and have fun playing this game, I'm going to do it. So I put Laurie's Bow on top of this stack here in the hopes that I can get an early weapon, possibly early, to hopefully combat Hans while I'm trying to rescue people. Off to the left, and you're not going to be able to see all of them, are a series of cards. And I will be able to buy these using time, which is tracked here, during the purchase phase. Each of these cards have a different time cost, and this is, I hesitate to use the word deck builder, because you start the game with these 0 cards, and when you play them, they go to a discard pile, and then eventually they go back into the shop. So you're going to, every round, use whatever remaining time you haven't used to buy more of these cards to put in your hand, but once you use it, you lose it, and it goes back to the shop again in the future. So it's not really a deck builder. You're going to be managing times to buy cards, to use them once, and then hopefully you roll well. A lot of these cards are dice checks. Typically, you're going to roll 2 dice on a 2-star result, which is really hard to get, by the way. There's a 1 in 3 chance that you'll roll a star on these dice. So the 5s and 6s are successes, very similar to Hostage Negotiator. And then the 3s and the 4s, if I could find the 3, are these little like 2-card ones. You're going to discard 2 cards if you want to turn this into a success. So I could either take 1 success with this roll or discard 2 cards in my hand to turn this into a success temporarily for what I'm trying to do. And then 1 and 2 are blanks. So it's a very dice-heavy, dice RNG kind of thing. So I'm going to lose horribly, probably. From my understanding, the game is incredibly difficult. There are these event cards here. You're just going to draw 1 at random, which I've done here, and it's the Dark Waters event. And that pretty much says, place the Dark Waters token at the lake. All victims at the lake are killed. Whenever a victim enters the lake, they are killed immediately. Well, there's no one on the lake right now, but there is a skull token there. So anytime someone gets scared, there's a chance they may flee into that area and just drown horribly. So we need to not let people be scared and run into that particular direction. There are various numbers on these spaces. I'll zoom in a little bit more. You'll note like there's a 1 through 4 here and a 5 through 6 there. Whenever you're checking to see, where people run when they panic, you're going to roll the die. On a 1 to 3, they'll go to the left, and on a 1, what is that? A 5, they'll go that way. I'm going to have to, 5 they go that way, 6 they go that way, and so on. So depending on dice rolls, they're going to go in different directions. And of course, I'm going to have to look at the rulebook every now and again off camera because, like I said, my first time playing. Okay, so with all of that out of the way, here's a quick look at the rulebook for those of you that are curious as to like how long it is. It's about 34 pages long. And here's a quick look at the turn summary on the back. If you want to pause this and look at it, go ahead. It may be difficult to see because of the glare, but yeah. Okay, so one thing I want to make clear from the get-go, I am going to use a house roll to give myself a somewhat easier time playing this game. Whenever you reset your time to determine what you can do on your turn, normally you would reset it to 6. I am going to start every turn with 8 instead of 6. Time, again, will allow me to do various actions on my cards, and whatever time I have left over, I can buy new cards from the array. I'm hoping that by giving myself extra time, I can hopefully mitigate some really bad dice rolls and buy more cards. And this is actually kind of good because it'll allow you guys to see more of these cards and also possibly more of the end game, assuming I ever reach there. One thing I didn't go over were these terror cards. There are a bunch. There are some from the core set, and there are some from the episode box. You're going to shuffle them together and deal 10 of them over here. Once this terror deck has run out, you're going to flip the top half of this guy, and you'll always do what it says. This here tells you to do this on his turn, which is he's going to target either the final girl or a victim and then kill them if they're on his space. It doesn't say anything about moving. It just says if something is on his space, he's going to target it and kill it. And he's going to prioritize victims over the final girl whenever possible. But, all right, so with that said, so once this deck runs out, this will be flipped over. So I'm going to give myself 8 time instead of 6 every turn, and hopefully that will help mitigate some bad rolls. So we're going to start our turn with the action phase, and this is where we can play action cards. And again, we start with all of the 0 costing cards in the deck. So there's a couple of walk cards. There's a focus card. Focus allows us to possibly gain time, but primarily we're going to try and push this toward the green. So focus is good for us. The weak attack, well, you can actually end your turn on a bad roll. This red X means end your turn immediately. That's bad. We don't want that. And then short rest if you want to recover health, but that could increase horror. On a really bad roll, you can also lose time, and then, wow, that's terrible. It's worth mentioning that you can discard a card from your hand to gain a time as well. So there is some strategy in getting rid of cards that you don't want. But I kind of want to hold on to some of these because on one of those 3s or 4s where I have to discard 2 cards, I'm just going to get rid of cards I'm just not going to use right now. So I kind of want to save them for really bad rolls too. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get people... Oh, let's see. The killer is here. I'm getting over here... I kind of want to just move these guys out. Whenever you move onto a space with a victim, that's fine. But you can also move victims with you up to 2 at a time, assuming there's not a bad event in there that restricts that. There is an exit space here. So I kind of want to get like this guy there or these guys around. I have to move them all the way around to do that. I could also maybe come up this way and try and push them out this door here, and just if possible, let them come this way, and I'll sort of circle the board this way and try and rescue all of these people if I can. So I'm going to start with a walk card. And I'm going to put that into my discard pile off to the side, and I'm going to roll 2 dice and see what it says. Oh, that's wonderful. We're already starting off great. If I decide to accept that result, it would be the no success. Move up to 1 space, lose a health, and lose 2 time. I am going to discard 2 cards, the weak attack and the short rest card, in order to do 1 success, which I'm going to discard these. And 1 success is move up to 1 space and lose a time. So I'm going to move up this way. This connects up there, and I'm going to lose a time. So I'm down to 7. So I've got walk, focus, focus. I kind of want to focus on getting this up into the green so I can roll better. I don't like the idea of rolling only 2 dice. I kind of want to focus on rolling more dice if at all possible. So I think I'm going to use a focus card, and I'm going to roll 2 dice for that. And that's fine. I got to discard 2 cards. Or I can just accept the failure, which is just 2 time. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to accept I'm just going to discard 2 cards to take 1 success. And these are my last 2. And because this is what I used. There's 1 focus. I used that. I've got these 2 cards left. I'm going to discard both to get a success. I'm going to lose a time. I'm down to 6. And I go up to 3 on this track. All right, that's all of my cards, unfortunately. So we're kind of done with that. I've got 6 time left, and I'm going to use that now during the planning phase to purchase new action cards, reset time. And again, we're going to reset that back to 8 as per house rules, and then return action cards in the discard pile to the tableau. So these that I played this turn, I cannot acquire again until my following turn. I cannot rebuy these right away. So I'm only able to buy these up here. And for 6 time, I kind of like Distraction. Really hits that whole focus thing home. The ability to move this into the green would be great. So I'm going to grab that for 3. So I'm down to 3. And improvise. Until this action phase ends, all 3s and 4s are successes. For the next horror roll only. That's the way of mitigating dice, but I kind of want to. Let's do is there a move? I need a move. Sprint. Yeah, let's take a sprint card for 2. We're down to 1. And I'm going to take this close call, which is play after any horror roll to reroll any 1 die or reroll all dice for 2 time. Okay, so I now have this. And now that I'm done buying cards, I'm going to reset this back. It should be 6, but house rules, I'm bringing it back to 8. Now these cards are going to go back into the purchase area, and I can grab these for free in the future on my next turn. So that's it. And now we move on to the killer phase. We're going to resolve the killer action, which is located on his face down top card here. He's going to target either the final girl or a victim, and then kill one of them. In the case of a victim, they have 1 health, so 1 hit and they're dead, whereas I've got some health that I can draw on if he hits me. But he's alone, so he's not going to do anything of that sort. Next, he's going to draw a terror card. And this one is, he just keeps coming. Well, this symbol means that horror is going to go back to 4, and now he's going to target either the final girl or a victim, whichever is closer, move 1 space. And I know it's 1 space because his bloodlust, per this chart, is on the 1. So as he gains bloodlust from killing, he's going to increase the number of movement he has. There's a little boot down here. There's also a little knife down here that may be difficult to see. That's how much damage he does every time one of these symbols comes up. So he's going to target, and this is 1, 2, 3 away, and this is 1. So this is actually closer to him. I didn't know that these weren't connected. Oh, wait, these are connected. Yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing. My eyes are bad. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have him go this way, And because there's an equidistant, whenever it's equidistant, you choose. So you can either come like 1, 2 or 1, 2, and he's going to move 1 space. So I'm going to have him do that. And he's going to kill or attack someone there, and he's not going to do it, so that's it for his terror. So far he hasn't murdered anyone yet, but hey, the night is young. Next, panic phase. If a victim was killed this turn, panic all victims in the killer's space, and that didn't happen. Upkeep. Reveal finale if no terror cards are left. Rearrange items. Getting to rearranging, whenever you acquire an item from the item deck up here, you'll be able to move things from your backpack to your hands and vice versa. Also, during the upkeep phase, you can move things around, but you can't do it during your turn. You can have 2 hands worth of stuffs. You'll note that some weapons, like for example, Lori's bow, requires 2 hands to equip. So I can't equip this and some other weapon. I'd have to have 1 in my backpack. This first aid kit requires 1 hand. So if I have that in my hands, I can't equip the bow. So I have to kind of pick and choose what I want to have active during my turn, depending on what's going on. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to go back to my action phase, and now I'm at 8 time, and we are here. We want to get to the cabins. I kind of want to sprint. I'd hate to waste my sprint, but if we fail it, that would end my turn immediately. Ooh, well, I've got close call, so we'll use that if we roll badly, and I want to use distraction for sure. So I'm going to sprint and just discard that. I'm going to roll 2 dice. I don't think... Oh, there's 1 success, and that means I can lose 2 time and move up to 2 spaces. So I'm going to go down to the cabins here, and I'm just kind of hanging out with them right now. I will... Well, what I could do... I'm at the cabins. I wish I had it... Oh, I should have gotten a search card, but... I could go 1, 2, and, you know, I'll come back for the bow. I don't think I'm going to attack him right away. So I'm going to come down here and then come back up, and I'm going to bring these 2 with me. Or actually, you know what? I want to move them that way, because these spaces are connected there. So I went down here, moved them with me, and now they're coming. I'm going to sort of drag them over to this space here and get them to safety, if I can. That's not bad. Now we've got distraction and close call left. Close call is more of a support card. We'll use distraction and see if we can get rid of some of that horror. So I'm going to play that card, roll some dice, and I'm going to use my close call on that. Reroll any 1 die. I'm going to lose 2 time to reroll both of them because I can't discard 2 cards right now. So I need 1 success. Oh, come on. 1 success. Okay, I got 1 success. Okay, so I actually gain a time and I gain or lose a horror. So that comes back down to 3, and I gain a time. But I'm out of cards, unfortunately. So now we're going to come to using my 7 remaining time to purchase cards from the array. We definitely will be gaining these cards, and I think your hand limit is 10. So this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to take all of these back, and I cannot purchase these. Search. If I get to the utility shed, I could get the bear trap. So I may want a search card, but I still need to like move around. I kind of want another distraction card so I can continue working on this. So I'm going to buy that for 3. That's going to come there. It's 1, 2, 3. I do have some moves in here, but I think, want to sprint. So I'm going to buy one of those for 2. 1, 2, and I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can buy 2 more cards. Let's go with, I kind of want the search, but that close call is really good. So I think I'm going to get a close call for 1. I'm down to 1, and I can't buy anything else. You know what? Instead of the close call, I don't want to waste it. I will buy a search. And I think I'm going to hold on to that for when I get maybe to the utility shed. And if that way I can possibly get this bear trap. And I guess we'll read it when we actually get there. So I have my cards now for the planning phase. This will reset back to 8. And now we're into killer phase. We're going to resolve the killer action. So again, he's going to target someone on his space and murder them. He can't do that. So now he's going to draw a card. Dark Feast. Horror is going to increase. It's back up to 4. I'm trying really hard to combat that, but he keeps pushing it. For every victim that is dead, Hans recovers health. Luckily, he hasn't killed anyone yet, so that doesn't really affect me. But this, again, is a huge blow. I'm just, at the moment, I'm just keeping it status quo, which isn't exactly ideal. Okay, if a victim was killed this turn, panic, nope. Upkeep phase, nope. Okay, so now we are back to my turn again. I've got all of these cards that I could play. I kind of want to use my strong cards first, because sprinting, actually I just need to move 1 space, so maybe I use a walk card rather than waste a sprint on that. So I'm going to find my walk, and I just need 1 success on this if I can swing it. Oh, these cards that I played last turn should have gone back into the that's distraction, into the shop. Sprint, which was here. Okay, so I'm going to use walk, and I'm going to roll 2 dice. Give me something good. Okay, well, as usual, the dice screw me over. I'm going to have to discard 2 cards. Let's get rid of short rest and weak attack, because we're not really attacking right now, and we're not needing to recover health. I'm going to discard these 2 cards, and I'm going to get 1 success on that walk, and that is move up to 1 space and lose a time. So I'm going down to 7, and I'm going to bring these guys with me. They are now in a door space, so they are now going to escape the map. And let's see, I can now gain various bonuses here. Let's see, this is move 1 space, take an action card, maximum 2 time. Okay, this is just gain 2 time health. I'm gonna go with the horror, and I think I want to move 1 space just to keep it going. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So that and that. So move a space and gain lose a horror. All right, so for my 1 space, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to try and move them back over there, I think, to try and free them. There's no... I would like to get to these first and then move, but I feel like if I wait too long, this one may flee down this... I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I have sprint. Maybe I can... Actually, I've got distraction. If I can pull distraction off, I will bring this down by 2, and I can roll 3 dice from there on out. So maybe I use distraction now and hope that my dice rolls become better later. So I'm going to use distraction, roll 2 dice, and try and get 2 successes out of this. We'll see. Of course not. Why would I even... Let's get rid of focus, because that's what we're trying to do anyway. And let's go get rid of walk. All right, so focus and walk are gone, but that distraction is 1 success. It goes down like that, and I gain a time. So I'm back up to 8. Now I've got these cards left. Focus, so I can try and focus again. I feel like, though, I need to sprint and keep moving. So I'm going to, because I could use sprint and run him back here, or I could sprint, come here, maybe search, and then bring them back. I think that's better. I'm going to use sprint and roll 2 dice. Well, we have a success. If I were to discard 2 cards and get 2, I would move 3 spaces. That would be, I don't think I'm going to do that because I want to search while I'm at the utility shed anyway. So I'm just going to keep the 1 success and just accept this. Move up to 2 spaces and lose a time. So I'm back down to 7. And okay, so I go 1, 2. And while I'm here, I'm going to search. I want 1 success if I can swing it. This is take the top 1 item and card at your space. Ooh, 2 horror? Whoa, or wow, that is nasty. Okay, well, I better roll well. Maybe I wait on using this search card until my buy, because I can buy close call and help me with this later. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to end my turn prematurely and keep these 2 cards in my hand. Actually, I could try and focus. Yeah, you know what? Let's just try and focus and see what I get out of that. Nope. I just, there's no saving that. 2 time. Okay, so I'm down to 5. Oh, dice. I love dice. Gotta love dice. Okay, well, we have 5 time to spend. I've got search still in my hand. I cannot rebuy these right now. We definitely want a sprint card so we can move them back this way. So that's going to cost me 2 time. I've got 3 left. I kind of want to focus on distraction and keep this moving in this direction. Planning does what? For the next horror roll extra dice. Oh, that's kind of nice. This is healing, retaliate, furious strike, improvise. That's kind of useful. Search. We have a search. Maybe we do just 1, 2, 3 and just get another distraction. It's not going to be a huge turn, but it might be something. Okay, so we've gotten everything. This resets back to, again, 8. And now we're going to put back all of the 0 costing cards. And these ones here, this is sprint, 0, 0. This is distraction, walk, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so all of those cards are back up there. My hand is only 3 cards at the moment. The killer is now going to resolve his killer action, which is murder, murder, murder. Not there. He's going to draw a terror card. Maybe things are starting to go our way. Draw the top card of any item deck. Oh, I didn't realize there were good cards in there. Okay, well, I kind of like... if I get Laurie's bow now, I can start plinking, plink, plink, plink. And I don't have to come back here either. That would be great. Okay. The other one is first aid and bear trap. I'm gonna take Laurie's bow. So the way this works, Laurie's bow cannot modify an action card and must be used without one. So pretty much it costs 1 time to fire an arrow, and only Laurie may use this item. So I've got, I guess, 3 charges on this thing. That's what these little circles are. So I'm gonna equip this because I'm not holding anything else right now. There is a baggie off to the side that you guys can't see, which are like tracker tokens. They're very small, but 1, 2, 3. It's not enough to kill him, and it's only going to do 1 damage per hit, but it'll hopefully just start working on him. Okay, that wasn't terrible. Now we move on to upkeep. Because no one was killed this turn. Okay. Reveal finale. Yep. All right. So now we're back to the action phase again. We are going to, I think we're going to search first. Although, I meant to take... So, by the way, this item does not get drawn face up. It stays face down. I was going to use a close call card to help with this. But what if I don't roll well? I would need to roll 1 success. I want to do this, but I feel like... What if I just give up my turn now, and then just buy a bunch of cards with my 8 time? Set up for a big play on my next turn? That might be better than, like, getting 0s on these. Here's the thing. Even on a failed distraction... I would lose 4 time, but I would still get... Wow, that's not bad. All right, I'm going to play distraction and just roll 2 dice. Getting 1 success would be awesome here. And I got 1 success. I could make it 2 if I wanted to. And that would, wow, give me 2... Do I want to do that? I won't be able to buy these cards again in the future. Well, at least immediately. But there is a search, and this is worth 4 time, these 2 cards. I'd have to use 4 time to get these cards back. But with 2 successes, I can push this all the way up here. And for every time I push it even further in the agreement, I get more time. Oh, that stinks. I mean, I would gain 2 time from the result of this success. So I'd only be losing 2 time. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to lose these to gain a success. And that is not terrible, actually. That's not terrible at all. So I'm going to go up by 2, and I'm here. But I'm out of things to do. We're going to set up for a huge turn. We've got, we gained 2 time from that distraction. So now we've got 10 time. I'm going to rebuy search and sprint. That's 2 and 2, that's 4. So we're back down to 6. We are going to buy a close call card for sure. We're down to 5. And do I buy like critical blow, or I don't have a weapon yet. That's what's concerning me. I want like a melee weapon I can use at close range, because this thing will not be modified by damage cards that I could possibly play. Improvise is until this action phase ends, all 3s and 4s are successes, only for the next horror roll. I don't know if I like improvise. Wow. Guard. That would be useful. He's not near me, though. If anything, he's going to go that way. Do I buy another distraction card and keep gaining time? Or maybe hold on to it? Planning. For the next horror roll, 3 dice. For the next horror roll, okay. Yeah. Having extra dice to roll would be great. After thinking long and hard, I think I'm going to take a retaliate. We're not going to use it right away, but we're going to try and save some of these cards. These blue cards can be used on, it's like an interrupt. So I'm going to save this for later. Now that I've got the time, I'm going to just use it to collect these cards in case of an emergency. This ignores all attacks pretty much, or reduces attacks by a certain amount on certain successes. That's going to cost me 4 time. I'm down to 1. And I think I'm going to, with my 1 remaining time, buy the last close call card, and that goes down to that. And now we are back up to 8. These cards in the discard pile go back. I could have also bought these. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And search is 2, sprint is 2, and distraction is 3. So that should be there. Okay. All right, so do we have 10 cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so I'm going to have to give up one of my zeros. Let's get rid of focus. Actually, let's get rid of weak attack. I'm not going to use it. All right, so now we're at 10 cards. Okay, so now he's going to murder, but no one is on his space. He's going to draw a card. He wants fresh blood. Okay, now it's time. He is going to target a victim and do the movement action twice and then murder once. So he's going to target the closest, which is here. He's going to forego any more movement and just murder one of these. So 1 is dead. That comes here. And his bloodlust goes up by 1. None of these values changed. I know it's kind of hard to see off to the right there, but nothing really changed big time. As a quick note, you'll note there's little pigs on the bottom right here. Some of them are pigs and some of them are camps. This is like the core box stuff. And this is unique to the killer that you're playing with. So that way you can easily sort the cards later on if you need to separate them. Because if you're going to play with a different villain next time, you want to remove the pigs, for example. Anyway, so with that being said, there was someone that died on this victim's space. We're going to roll to see what direction they go in. If they happen to go this way, well, we'll find out. Let's see. That is a 2. 1 through 4. Well, let's zoom in. And wouldn't you know it, too far. Okay, yeah. So on a 1 through 4, they go that way. On a 5, they go, yeah. So there was a 1 in 3 chance they would have been okay. But no, they enter the lake of death, dark waters, and they die. And yeah, bloodlust goes up by 1. But that now pushes horror. I'm going to go ahead and zoom back out. And there we go. So now that pushes the horror, or bloodlust rather, up by 1. And now we've got a bloodlust symbol there. So this comes up here. It's still in the green. Still in the green. So we're okay there. Okay, now we're back to the action phase again. So let's see. I'm going to search at that location. So I should have a search card in here somewhere. I do. Okay. All right, so we're going to roll 2 dice. And let's see what we get. And we have 1 success. So take the top item card of your space. That's fine. So we are on the utility shed. We get the bear trap. There are no hands required here, which is kind of nice. So let's just quickly read what this says. Spend 2 time to place the bear trap token in your space, not the lake. Discard this card. If the killer enters the space with the bear trap, discard the token and immediately end the killer phase. The killer receives 2 damage. Okay, we are going to keep that in our backpack. It's not a hands kind of thing, so we're just going to have it for when we need it. And I have a feeling we're going to like wait until we're sure he's going to come after us, like wait toward the end, because he's going to get really powerful, and we want to stop him when he's at that strength. Okay. So let's see, resolve killer action. Oh boy, okay. I did search. I got confused where I was. Okay, so we did search. I almost skipped my entire turn. Look at that. Sprint. I think now's the time to sprint. So let's sprint. We are going to roll 2 dice. And we have a success. And a possible success if we want to spend 2 cards. If we sprint, we move 3 spaces. I think I'm going to do that. So let's find 2 cards we want to get rid of. Let's get rid of short rest. And I already discarded. All right, let's get rid of walk. Actually, we have 2 focus. I'm going to get rid of focus and just do that. So these 2, that's 2 successes. And we are going to move 3 spaces at the cost of, I think it was what? It was this card, sprint, 1 time. So 3 spaces, 1 time. So we're down to 7. And we're going to bring these 2 with me. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3. And now we're going to get these guys to safety. And we're going to put 1 on, I'm going to put them on take an action card 2 times max. I'm going to put 1 on 2 time and 1 on that action card space. So I'm going to gain 2 time, I'm up to 9. And I'm going to gain an action card for free over here that's worth 2 time or less. I'm very tempted to take another sprint so I can keep moving quickly. I want to save that one as well. So I'm going to take that one. And I think I'm going to use it right away. And we're going to roll the dice. And it's a complete and utter failure. Well, here's the thing. We would have to end our turn if we accepted that result. But I think what we're going to do is we've got 2 of these close call cards. Reroll any 1 die or reroll all dice for 2 time. I'm going to spend 2 time and reroll both of these dice. There. Well... Let's get rid of 2 cards to at least make it 1 success. Let's get rid of our 2 walks. Yeah, let's just do that. So 2 walks, and I get to move with our second sprint 2 spaces at the cost of 1 time. So I spent, what, 2 time to do that, and then 1 time to do... I may have spent 2 time already, but I'm already house rolling stuff, so if it's detrimental to me, I'll take it. Okay, that's the curse of getting old. I had 1 success. I get to move 2 spaces. So I'm going to go 1 and then 2. Bring this guy with me and rescue them as well. I'm going to put this one here to get 2 time, and I'm back up to 6. I still have focus. I'm going to do focus just to see if I can push this back down and keep it. All this time, I should have been rolling 3 dice. Oh, well. From here on out, we'll roll 3 dice. I'm going to put that there as a reminder. I'm an idiot. Well, again, we are house rolling stuff, so now the killer is cheating. We'll just chalk it up to that. I like to house roll. Anyway, focus. So we're going to roll 3 dice and try and get 2 successes. It probably won't matter. Yeah, I got 1 success. Okay. Let's just take that. I'm going to lose a time, and this is going to come back down. Okay, I'm going to keep these 2 cards for later, and now we've got 5 time with which to figure out like what we want to buy. I kind of want to keep, there's no more sprinting. I can't move. I used all of my sprints and my moves. I have no way to move. There's no moves in here. I'm going to take a distraction for 3 in case... do I really want to do that? Oof. I really need to focus on moving at this point. Maybe I take a really good card and just kind of hang on to it for a while. Furious Strike, for example, costs 4. I could take Weak Attack. I'm going to take Weak Attack here just to discard it later if I need to. That's a 0 costing card. With 5 still remaining, I think I'm going to take Guard for 2. And for 3, what if I come back over here and search the cabins? That's going to be 2. Improvise is 3. Distraction is 3. Planning is 4. I'm going to take a search card for 2. That pushes me down to 1, and there's nothing else I can do with 1, so that ends that. And now we're back, again, house rules, back up to 8. So these are my cards. We're going to put all of these back. This is a 0, a 2, 0, 0, 0, a 1, sprint is a 2, sprint is a 2, and focus is a 0. Okay. So we've got these cards for our next turn, but now the killer gets to do his nasty thing. He's going to murder, death, murder, but there's no one here. He murdered 1, and it ran off into the lake and proceeded to drown via dark waters. So now he's going to draw a terror card. Hans wants me. He always wanted me. So he's going to target me, move 1 space per boot, and attack. Now, here's the thing. Let's count how many spaces. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he's 1, 2. He's going to come this way. So he's going to go 1, 2, and attack, and there's no one there. But he is very close to my space. So I don't like this at all. All right, so we're going to... let's put that off to the side. Nothing bad happened. However, there's only 3 people left. I would really like to save one of them so that I can unlock her special ability. And I think her special ability allows me to do more damage when I use an attack. But I really need to find some kind of attack card other than my bow so I can continuously do damage. So the cabins are over here. This guy's screwed. I'm not going to worry about him anymore. There's no way I'm dealing with Hans. So I think for my action phase, I have no way to move though. This is awful. I can't do anything. Like, I've lost my entire turn. I have no way to move. I can't search where I'm at. So that's it. My turn's over automatically. But I can spend 8 time to buy things. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. So I'm definitely going to take 2 sprint. And that's 4 time. And I want to get the walk cards. Those are free. And I kind of want to take... I've got 4 time. So maybe... do I take another distraction? I could take a free card. However, it's like I'll be at my 10 card limit. So I kind of want to use the more powerful cards. Furious Strike isn't bad. It does damage, but if it goes bad, it goes bad. Do I just get... yeah, maybe distraction. At least I know I can do that on my turn. So I'm going to take a distraction for 3. I'm down to 1. And now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I've got 10 cards, and we're going to reset back to 8. Hans is going to murder, death, murder. Nothing happens. Terror card. You can't save us. No one can. If there are no victims on the board... okay, not going to happen. All victims in your space must panic twice. No, none are in my space. So now he's going to target either me or a victim, and he's closer to a victim, so he's going to attack first on his space, but there's no one there. And then he's going to move toward a victim. So he's going to go this way. So he's there. On his next turn, he's going to murder, death, murder, and just wipe him out immediately. So more than likely, he or she is dead. Okay. Okay. Now, we've got sprinting available. I think we're going to really double down on sprinting. Getting these, at least one of, maybe this one over to here to get him out. I think that's going to be the play. So we're going to sprint, and we're on 3 here, which is great. I am going to discard, I think, 2 cards to turn that into a success. No, maybe I shouldn't do that. Because if I need a lot of these cards I need. I don't want to get, no, I'm just going to accept that for what it is. And I get to move up to 2 spaces and lose a time. So 1, 2. We're at the cabins. Maybe I search while I'm here. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to search. I'm going to roll these dice. And it's 1 success. So I'm just going to take the top card of this cabins. Yep, see what it is. Motorboat keys. What in the world is this? Place the motorboat token on the closest space to you, bordering the water. Spend 2 time to use the boat to travel to any other space bordering the water. Victims may come with you. Oh, that's kind of cool. So I have to find, there's a boat token over here somewhere. No, it's stairs. There it is. Okay, so here's a boat token, and it's going to go here at the cabins. We can use it to, like, what if I use it? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to, I think, just use 2 time to come down here. And bypass this. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I guess this is just going to go here for now. And yeah, I'm going to use 2 time. I'm down to 5, and sort of whoop, the boat is now here. And I'm going to use another sprint if I have it. I do. Sprint, here we go. Come on, dice, give me something good. Okay, sorry, Hans. Well, I've got 1 success. I could discard cards to make that better. Do I want to? I don't think I need to, because I just need to move 2. So I'm going to lose a time, and I'm going to move 2 spaces. I'm going to bring 1, 2. And I've rescued my last person. I gain a health, but I cannot gain more health than the 5 health that I start the game with. On the upper left of the final grill is a number. So these guys just kind of slide off, and now I reveal my powerful side. Whenever you are in the same space as an enemy and inflict damage, do an additional damage. That's great, except I don't have a melee weapon. Like, that's going to be my downfall, is trying to find a melee weapon to use, or something. Like, I can use a weak attack without a melee weapon. I can use maybe critical blow or furious strike, but I would love to modify that damage with a weapon to make it even better. That would be awesome. So I used my other sprint to do that, and now I've got this stuff left: weak attack, guard, close call, retaliate, distraction. I kind of want to hold on to distraction in case he pushes that back toward... I think I'm going to use my walk cards to try and maybe search other areas. So I need to get to... There's 1, 2... See, if I can get to the dock, I can take this first aid kit. Every time you use an action card to recover health, recover an additional health. And that can be really... But I have to be holding it. I don't know if I really want that, but I feel like that would be great in a slugfest with him. Once I use up my bow, I'm going to need something in my hand to heal me. So maybe I do head toward the dock and maybe head around to the utility shed and try and find some other things. Okay, so I'm going to use my 2 walk cards, I think, one at a time to do that. So walk card number 1, We're going to roll for successes. I got one success. And I'm just going to take the one success. Move up to one space one time. Another walk card. Give me a success. Nope. Okay, well. I'm going to have to... I might use my close call, so I don't have to get rid of all these other good cards. If I fail the walk, then I can move up to one space and lose a health. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to use my close call to use 2-time and re-roll all dice. Oh, I can, yeah, re-roll all dice for 2-time. Okay, one success. I'll take it. So I'm going to go back this way toward the boat. Okay, because these two spaces here are not connected. And that's all I really care to do. I'm kind of saving these for my final battle with Hans. And now, during the planning phase, I can use my 1-time to buy stuff. I have these 0 cards over here. Maybe I take the focus in the short rest. I'll take these anyway, and then I'll take a close call. So I'm just going to take these 4. And I'm going to use these to possibly gain more time. We'll see how that goes. Because anytime I use a focus now, or if I gain horror here, or lose horror, I'm going to gain time, because I'm already at the max spot, which is great. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, which is fine. And then we're going to put back the ones that we used this turn. Walk, 0, 0. Sprint. We need these sprint cards. I wish there were more sprint cards. And 2. Okay. Now on to the murder, death, murder. He's going to do that, kill him or her, and go up bloodlust by 1. Still only 1 movement and 2 attack, but he's getting up there. He's close to unlocking his dark power. And now, there's no one on his space for him to... No one panics, but he does take a terror card. He kept swinging his hammer and killing and killing. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Otherwise, do this. Well, there is 1 victim down here still. So he's going to target, move, attack, target, move, attack. So 1... 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a little bit of leeway. Actually, no, we can't go this way. There's no path. So he has to go this way. So 1, 2, and that's it. He's going to be on the lake. He's just going to be, I guess, like Jason peering out of the water. Anyway, so let's just do that, and I think that will end his turn. All right. So with my cards, I don't have any way to move. I think I'm going to spend this turn to maybe focus, retaliate, gain some time. This goes back up to 8. Yeah, if I focus and succeed, then I'll be able to gain more time, maybe. But I have to get 2 successes. You know, let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to go focus. 3 dice. 1 success. Unfortunately, it like cancels each other out. I lose this, so I gain a time, but this action makes me lose a time, so it's a wash. Nothing really happens. So we're still at 8. I'm going to try and focus again. I don't really need the focus cards anymore. I feel like I'm doing well enough. There's, again, another wash on that focus, but I'm getting them out of my hand. I could also just discard them as well in order to just gain time. Short rest. Do I really need short rest? I'm going to discard short rest right now to gain a time. So I'm up to 9. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all of these, I want to keep distraction only because, like, I want to keep myself in the green. I feel like that's very important. With 9 time, I can buy sprints and maybe this critical blow card. Maybe I start taking the fight to him, but I need to really search for another melee weapon. The chances of me getting it are going to be slim. But I'm going to do sprint for 2. So I'm down to 7. And I'm going to do sprint again. So I'm down to 5. I'm going to take a search card for 2 because I'm going to need it. And I'm tempted, I'm going to take another search card for 2, and I'm down to 1. and I'll take a close call. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I've got 10 cards, and these now go back 0, 0, 0. I don't think we need to really worry about the 0 cards anymore. I think we just sort of shy away from them, focus on walking and sprinting only, and then sort of building up our attacks to take him out. Now, on his turn, he is going to murder, death, murder. No one is there. He's going to draw a terror card. Let's go see if the rumors are true. Place 2 new victims in the space where the killer started the game. Oh, great. I'm just going to take these victims, and he started the game here. Luckily, there's no space from here to here, so he has to come around to get to them, but that's still concerning. I could lake it. I could boat here. There's no point. I could rescue them only to keep them away from Hans. Anyway, let's figure out what the rest of this is. He gains a horror, all right, and an event comes out. Okay, so that goes here. The event is, oh boy, what does that say? Secret tunnel. Choose 2 of the following spaces, utility shed, cabins, or docks, and place a secret tunnel at each. You may move between these spaces if they were adjacent. Enemies cannot use it. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so let's do... So it's basically the ones with these cards. So where am I going to go? I feel like docks and cabins, just so I can move back and forth between them as needed and keep a good distance away from Hans when I need to. I kind of like that. Okay. Okay. All right, so Secret Tunnel. That comes out. It does not replace the Dark Waters card, so I'm going to put that underneath this. Okay. So, Hans doesn't do anything else besides that. My turn. Okay. I am going to, with my, I'm going to sprint for sure. I want to get to here and start searching. Although that's the dock. 1, 2, 3. If I can get to the cabins and search twice and possibly get a weapon out of there, that would be great. So I'm going to try and get 2 successes, or yeah, out of that sprint. Yeah, well... Do I spend 2 time to reroll these 2 and try and get a success? Or do I just get rid of... Let's get rid of weak attack and... I don't have a walk in here, so what do I get rid of? I feel like I just use close call. Reroll any 1 die. Well, let's do that first. I'm just going to reroll 1 die. You know what? Let's use 2 time and let's reroll 2. Let's go for it. Yes, 2 successes. Okay, beautiful. So I'm gonna be able to move 3 spaces and lose a time. So I'm down to 5, and I keep, yep. So 3 spaces. I'm going to go 1, 2, and then as if they were adjacent, 3. I'm at the cabins. I'm going to probably search twice and try and get as much cool stuff as I can. So I'm going to use my first search card. Although the boat is there, so... Could I have just... I could have just done that. I'm an idiot. Well, I'll keep it there for later, I guess. I could have just used the boat. 2 successes. I'll take it. So it says I get to take the top 2 item cards at your space and choose 1. Place the other on the top, face up, or underneath, face down. So we're going to draw 2 cards and see what they are. Choose 1. We have an axe or a trash can lid. I am going to go with the axe, yes. As much as I like defense, it only has 3 uses, and I need melee. So I'm going to put this in my backpack for right now, and then switch to it whenever Laurie's bow runs out of charges. I'm going to put this on top, though, because having some extra defense would be great. The downside is it uses a hand, and the axe uses 2, so maybe I should put this on the bottom, because there's no chance I'll ever use it. So, not with an axe in my hand. Okay, do I search again? I might as well since I'm here. So I'm going to search. and roll some dice. Ooh. Well. Searching, what happens if I fail it? Take the top item card and then 2 horror. No, I'm gonna have to discard 2. So maybe. Oh, I'm gonna use close call. I'm just gonna spend 2 time to re-roll 2 dice. This is why I have those. Those are awesome. So I'm gonna re-roll all dice and just shoot for 1 success. That's all I need. 1. Okay, beautiful. 1 success. So we are going to get with that. We lose a time, but we take the top card. A map. All right, this is discard during the action phase, and then for each deck of item card, do one of the following. If the top card is face down, reveal it. If the top card is face up, you may remove it from the game and reveal the next card. During the action phase. Well, we are still in the action phase. We could use it right now. You know what, let's do it. I kind of want to keep this here, though. I kind of want to keep the first aid if crap hits the fan, but I'm going to discard the map so that I can flip these over and see what they are. Energy drink and mysterious pills. Energy drink looks like lets me move or gain time. Mysterious pills lets me remove horror or gain health. So I kind of like all those things. And I still have a sprint left. Maybe I start getting close enough to him to start doing some serious damage. There are 2 cards left in his terror. I need to start using my bow. So my bow has a range of 1 to 3. So I need to get, let's see, 1, 2, 3. If I can get to this space, I don't want to come here and shoot because he could move here and attack me. Let's use our sprint and see what we get first. Let's just see what we get. And I got to stop rolling. I got 1 success. All right. So I get to move 2 spaces. I could go 1, 2, like so. And yeah, I'm just going to do that. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to do that. Because if I go 1, 2, this is 1. Actually, I could do that. I could go 1, 2 here and still be 1, 2, 3 away, and I'm still 3 spaces. I'm going to do that. I do not want to be near him. I need to pick him off a little bit at a time. Speaking of time, I've only got 1 left. So what I'm going to do, I used my sprint to do that. Can I discard cards? Let's get rid of my weak attack to gain a time. And is there anything else I want to get rid of? I'm going to keep distraction in the event that this starts going back into the white again, which I don't want. I'm going to keep these. So I've got 2 time. So I think what I do is actually, if I play distraction now and gain a lot of time, I can get more time and then I can use, okay, I'm going to use distraction. And I just have to hope that I get some successes out of this, because if I don't, it's a risk. Okay, I got a success. I do not want to discard anything. It's 1 success. I'm going to lose that and gain a time. So I'm down to here and I gain a time. I'm up to 3. Great. So that's gone. With my 3 remaining time, I am going to shoot my bow 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's all of the pips on this. And I'm pretty sure it's discarded after that. Laurie's bow cannot modify an action card and must be used without 1. It costs 1 time to fire an arrow. So 1 through 3 range and then 1 damage each. So Hans loses 3 health. Okay, that's not bad, but Laurie's bow is gone because it used up all of its charges. Unfortunately, that leaves me with 0 time from 3 to 0. So I can't rebuy anything unless it's a 0 card. Let's just take a look and see what's here. Is there any walks? Yeah, there's a couple of walks. I think I'll take that. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Actually, I'm going to take these. I might as well just take them because I can discard these for more time. So I'm going to just take all of the 0 cards, and I have 7 now. And then I'm going to put all of these back. So there's distraction. Weak attack is 0. Sprint, close call, search is 2, search is 2, close call, and sprint. Okay. Whew, that wasn't a terrible turn. I mean, yeah, maybe we got something wrong there, but I'm pretty sure we did okay. So now this is going to be our hand for the next turn. It says whenever you are in the same space as an enemy. Okay, I'm not. So I don't get extra damage for using my bow. I have to use the axe to do that. Okay, so moving on to the killer phase. He's going to murder, death, murder, and no one is there. So now he's going to terror card. Taking souvenirs. If there are no victims on the board, there are. Otherwise, target, move twice, and murder twice. Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go... Actually, I think he favors whoever... In the case of a tie, he favors whoever has more victims there. So he's going to go 1, 2. He still only moves 1 space. So he doesn't actually murder. For each victim killed during the killer phase, he gains a bloodlust. Luckily, he didn't actually kill anybody, but he's getting close to coming out of terror cards, which means this is going to flip, and he's going to just do whatever the back of this is from here on out. If this hasn't been revealed yet, that will also reveal at the same time. So he's going to get super powerful in the next turn or two. Okay, so that's it. I don't think there's anything else. I'm going to move as part of my upkeep phase. I'm going to move my axe up here. And do I dare just start going after him? I've got 8 time. Unfortunately, like all of my cards, like I don't have any strong attack cards. I think I use this time to buy, like get my time up. Just don't do a whole lot. Just maybe walk toward him and then just start unleashing. I think that's going to be the best play. Retaliate. Well, all right, let's use our walks. Okay, we're going to walk with 3 dice, and it is 3, 3, 3. Wonderful. I could move up to a space. No, I'm going to discard 2 cards. Let's get rid of short rest and focus. Okay, so I'm going to get 1 success. I'm going to spend a time and move 1 space. So I'm getting closer to Hans. I'm going to use my other walk card to do that again and hope that... okay, 2 successes. It's about time. 2 successes is lose a time. And should that have been... I was on 8. I walked once and then... Yeah, I should be on 6. So I move 2 spaces. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Now that's risky. Do I... Oh my goodness. Do I stay there? See, here's the thing. It depends. If this terror card targets me, I'm in trouble. So maybe I end here and then get a sprint card and then like let him kill these on his turn. Or, oh yes, the bear trap. I'm going to go there. I'm going to discard my bear trap. Spend 2 time. I'm down to 4. Downside is I don't have a whole lot for attacking, but if the killer enters the space with the bear trap, discard the token and immediately end the killer phase. Beautiful. So we're going to bear trap this bad boy for 2 time. Discard this card. And these guys are the bait. They're the bait. And we are ready for them. Okay, do we have any other cards that we can use? We've got Retaliate, Guard, which are defensive, Focus. I'm going to use that as a discard for a bad roll. And I think that's all we do. That's all we do. We've got 4 time. I could discard Focus and bring that up to 5. I'm going to take Furious Strike, I think. Although, rolling badly on this is an immediate turn ending kind of thing. Ooh, boy. But if I get, in this one, I'm going to do a lot of damage. I'm going to go with, I got to do it. 4 time, I'm down to 0. I'm not going to replace Focus. Okay, so with my thing at 0, all I can take are 0 costing cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to get rid of focus so that I can take a one time and then take a close call. I have a feeling we're going to need that for combat. So I'm going to have these 4 ready for that turn. And I will take this weak attack card. It's not going to be a whole lot, but I have a feeling like we may need it. Okay. It's coming down to the wire here. How is this going to play out? First, he's going to murder, death, murder on his space, which he can't do. He's going to draw this, and that girl, what's her name? She can help us. Place 2 new victims in the space where you started. What? Okay. So where did I start? I started over here. Okay. Interesting. And he goes up here. See, I'm still on 3 dice, which is good. And a new event comes out, which is the boyfriend card. The victim closest to you is now your boyfriend. If your boyfriend dies in your space, start the next action phase with 12 time. Okay, interesting. Let's push that up to 8 for a moment. We're resetting that. So so one of these are now my boyfriend. Surprise, you're my boyfriend now, I guess. Remember, I'm a final girl. I'm playing a female. All right, so we're going to just put that off to the side and hope that nothing happens there. Okay. All right. Was there something else I should have done? I don't think so. But now, this is going to get revealed. I don't remember if it's now or on his next turn, so bear with me while I look. Okay, so according to the rulebook, if there are no cards left in the Terror deck, the finale will be revealed during the upkeep phase, which is where we're at now. So we are going to reveal both, because this one has not been revealed yet. It should have been here, but his Bloodlust he hasn't really killed a whole lot. Sledgehammer Massacre is his bottom card. For every damage Hans attacks you and each victim in his... For each damage, Hans attacks you and each victim in his space once. Ooh, nasty. And then Bloodbath. He's going to target one of these with preference to victims. He's going to move and then attack. Oh, man. Okay, well, there you go. He's going to murder, death, murder a lot. But that's going to be on his next turn. Okay, so here's the thing. Maybe I enter his space. I don't have a way to move. Okay, these should have gone back into focus. Yeah, that should have gone back here before. Short rest, walk, walk, focus. I don't have any sprint cards, so I feel like just kind of saving up my stuff. With my 8, I've got weak attack. What if there's no sense in me getting sprint at this point. I need to move, but I can't. He's going to come here and murder, more than likely. So I need to do a lot of damage to him as quickly as possible, as much as possible. Okay. Oh man, this is I'm so like I'm so overwhelmed. Critical blow. We're gonna take it for 6. Yeah, we're down to 2, and I feel like a close call is going to be warranted. To re-roll dice to ensure that we take those, just to make sure that we get those hits in. That's going to be it. We're gonna do everything we can to murder as much as possible and hope for the best. We're down to 2. Did I spend those? I think I did the close call for 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to, I don't think it's going to matter, but I'm going to take 2 walk cards and a short rest for 0 so that I can possibly move if I need to. If I get into trouble, I can move out of there on maybe 2 success rolls and get out of his range, hopefully. Like maybe get to here and fast travel. So this is going to be like an oh crap moment. Short rest in case I need to recover health. So I'm going to take those and add them here for free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we are good. That was everything. Okay, the moment of truth. So Bloodbath. Well, here's the thing. Before we do anything, I'm gonna play. Do I have my retaliate? No. Do I have? I don't. Dang. Oh, did I? How much was that distract? Maybe instead of walk, instead of short rest, I take a focus. Because this is gonna, when he murders, this is gonna go up. So I need to bring that back down. And I don't want to spend money on distraction. So maybe I get rid of a short rest and instead take a focus card for next time. Okay. All right. So I have a focus in here instead of a short rest. Okay. So now we are moving on to his phase. Now here's the thing. He is going to target and then move. Now here's the thing. He just moved onto the space with the bear trap. He is going to take 2 damage. And that is gone. And the bear trap ends his current phase. Discard this card. If the killer enters the space, discard the token and immediately end the killer phase. So he doesn't get to do any killy, stabby, stabby. That's awesome. So with that in mind, we are just going to start my turn and come out swinging. I think we want to start with critical blow. My only concern is this. Do we maybe do focus first? I think we do focus first to try and keep this up into the positive. So we're going to roll some dice. Oh, success. That and that. Okay, so that's 1 success. And I'm fine with just keeping it as is. So 1 success is 1 time, and this comes back down here. That gives us 3 dice to... That way we continue using 3 dice during this whole event. Now, critical blow. This one is the strongest one I have. Keep in mind, with critical blow, I do a lot of damage plus 2 damage from the axe. It's a modified kind of thing. I have to be on its space to use it. Plus, I have the ability from her. When I inflict damage on my space with the killer, I do an additional damage. So I have the potential to do 6 damage here if I get lucky. But I have some close calls that I'm definitely going to use to try and roll my way. I am going to discard cards like mad, I think, to make sure that happens. And 2 successes. Oh, we are doing that. Yeah, we're just going to discard 2 cards. Furious Strike, Guard, Retaliate. Let's get rid of Weak Attack. I think we don't need that. And 1 more card. Let's get rid of Walk. I think we're good, honestly. So we hit him for 3 damage here, and we lose a horror. But we can't, so we gain a time. We're up to 8. 3 damage, plus the 2 from the axe, plus the 1 from my card is 6. He is down to his last remaining health. His last remaining health. As a bonus, I get to roll 1 additional die. That's what that +1 there is. Hopefully he doesn't have anything on the reverse side to combat that. I am going to use Furious Strike. And this is it. Can I murder? 1 success. Okay, we can't modify it. That will end our turn, but it's 1 damage plus 1 damage is 2 damage. It's blank. We have murdered Hans. Had that been health on the other side, the rest of the damage would have been negated. And there are some, I think, white tokens, in the box that would go here instead. And he would regain life to whatever was on here. 1, 2, or 3 hearts worth. So there you go. That was an incredible story. We somehow gained a boyfriend. We dropped a bear trap. We lured him into it. And we trapped him. And then using our axe and our special ability and some furious strikes and critical blows, we wiped him out. That was awesome, guys. I know that it's kind of cheaty to play with house rules, but I am of the opinion that games are meant to be fun. And if you need to modify rules to make it fun, to where it's not kicking your tail while you're trying to learn the game, I'm all for it. This was fantastic. This camp, Happy Trails, is worth mentioning, is like there are no special rules for Hans. So this is like the recommended episode that you pick up first. And then these other boxes have like special rules associated with them. I don't know what they are yet. I haven't even really opened them. But this is like, if you're going to get this game, make sure you get the core box, because you'll need that, and then any of the episodes. And I would start with Camp Happy Trails, because there's like no special stuff going on. It's just kind of straightforward. Oh man, this is good. I like this game. It told a great story. It could have gone either way. Like, luckily I didn't take any damage. I think what really helped me out was the extra dice. I mean, RNG, like random number generating, when it comes to rolling dice, that is the biggest thing in Hostage Negotiator that will kill you, is dice. Same with this game. And by the way, same publisher, Van Ryder Games, I think it is. So like, I feel like pushing this to 3 dice as quickly as possible to sort of mitigate bad rolls, I think is like paramount. Some people may argue that. I'm fine. But more dice is just better odds, in my opinion. When I play X-Wing miniatures, the more dice I roll, the better I do. So why not, you know? Anyway, Camp, that was Final Girl with the Camp Happy Trails episode. And again, there are many more than what I've showed you out there. There's like Season 1 and Season 2. Season 2 just released. And some of those that I showed you were Season 2. Some of the others were Season 1. Final Girl, if you guys haven't already subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube, that way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.